What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it's time for racing here in Greensboro for the Arena Series. Just a quick reminder, don't forget to check out my Patreon for early access and exclusive content, link on screen and in the description below. El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912 getting their third high jump win of the season. He now has a streak of 4 high jump wins if you count Orlando in World Finals 2 last season. He is currently leading in the event champion leaderboards, and this is the leaderboards for the season as a whole. Captain's Curse still on top, holding on to that lead, though it's a space or a gap of 4 points between Captain's Curse and El Toro. So three more competitions to go in this event, so everything can change. We don't know. Here's the racing bracket. Captain's Curse and Husky were the fastest qualifiers, so they get a bye run into the semifinal round. So let's go ahead and get started with round 1 of Arena Series racing here in Greensboro, and it's going to be Ice Cream Man versus Gravedigger. I've been interested to see what the racing is going to end up being like here in today's event, because last season, in Season 2, it was a wild one because of the track, because it's kind of a figure 8, if you will, and it's tough. And look right there, April Summers and Gravedigger losing it, so that's going to cost her valuable time. If Ice Cream Man can get this cleanly, he will be the winner, and he will. Nick Borkes moving on to round 2. Gravedigger, unfortunately, back on 2 tires and flipping over the finish line, back on all 4s, but the damage is done. Here's a replay. Just came off the jump a little too hard and just lost balance, got to turn too sharply, and it just sent her over. And that's all it takes in this track, is any sharp turn or any little mistake in this specific track is going to send you over. So I'm interested to see how the rest is going to unfold, and we've already had our first flip of racing today. Let's go ahead and get going with the second race, El Toro Loco and Doomsday. See who's going to face Husky in the semifinal round. Doomsday coming off a little hard off of his jump. El Toro so far is in control. Looks like this race should belong to him. And he's on 2 wheels, but he's able to cross the finish line. Luckily, but he's on his lid. Came off a little too violently, but it wasn't before the finish line, so he was able to finish. Here's the replay again. Just came off too sharp. And another thing, too, is that it's so difficult to see where your opponent is in this track because of the obstacle in the middle. You can't see where they're at. You don't know whether you need to gas it or throttle it out or what you need to do to win the race. So I mean, he's going in blindly. He's thinking he has to throttle out and go for the win, and it sent him over. But this is the racing bracket for the semifinal round: Captain's Curse versus Ice Cream Man, and El Toro Loco versus Husky. Let's go ahead and get started with the first race of the semifinals: Captain's Curse versus Ice Cream Man. Captain's Curse going for his 3rd win of the season. He has been killing it so far. Crazy Monster Jam fan, the driver behind the wheel, and he has had an amazing racing season as he's gotten the first 2 wins of the season, the first one in Denver, the second one in Portland, and here we are in Greensboro. He was the fastest qualifier in Portland and the fastest qualifier here, so he's kind of the favorite to win right now. Ice Cream Man, though, is hanging on. Both coming to the final turn, although Ice Cream Man is having some of his time killed because of the air time. So Captain's Curse is going to be the winner, and I mentioned this in qualifying, that opposite side right here where Husky is lining up, that tends to be the better spot to start in racing here. So far, that's where we've seen most of the fastest times, and you don't have to jump twice. It's only 1 jump, but fastest qualifier gets the decision on what side they start on. Husky, though, making a mistake. That's going to slow him down, giving El Toro Loco some crucial time that he needs. El Toro Loco with a slight lead. As long as he can do this cleanly, he should be good to go. But a hard jump. He's hitting the throttle. He's back on all 4s, but it's too late. Monster Mud Husky taking the racing win. And again, my point to what I was saying in the race against Doomsday, he can't see where Husky is, so he thinks, I need to mash the throttle and get to the finish line, and that's what happened, and it just set him up and over, and that was it. That cost him the race. If not, he would have won that race and been in that championship round. But it's going to be Captain's Curse versus Monster Mud Husky in the championship round here in Greensboro. So Captain's Curse has an opportunity to go 3 for 3 this season, and Husky has an opportunity to get his first racing win of the season. It's all going to come down to this. Captain Curse choosing the optimal lane. He had the faster time in these semifinal rounds compared to Monster Mud Husky. So, as long as he can keep his mind steady and in control, he should be able to get this race. Monster Mud Husky, I'm sure, is dialed in right now, though. Looks like Captain's Curse has the lead. He's getting to the cars first. Husky hasn't even jumped yet. He is now. Captain's Curse going over, but the two front tires cross the finish line. He is your winner here in Greensboro, and it was a crazy, crazy way to end the race. But right here, boom, both front tires crossing before he was out of bounds. He increases his racing record to 6-0 this season. So an amazing racing season for Captain's Curse. This is the leaderboards after it's all said and done. Don't forget to use code PROJECTROD to receive 10% off of your W Energy order. Be better with W Energy. Captain's Curse back on top for the event champion win here in Greensboro, now with 15 points. El Toro Loco in second with 13, and a tie for third between Ice Cream Man and Husky with 11. Captain's Curse increasing that lead now to 7 points ahead of El Toro Loco. Ice Cream Man in third, Husky in fourth, Gravedigger fifth, Doomsday in sixth. So a lot of trucks have a lot of ground to cover. There are 2 more competitions left. Next one is going to be skills, so be sure to stay tuned for skills to see who's going to take the next skills win. Is going to be El Toro Loco for the 3rd time or somebody new? You're going to have to watch and find out. Be sure to check out my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in skills.